From hanging off airplanes mid-flight to redefining the modern action hero, Tom Cruise has become a living symbol of Hollywood spectacle. But behind the million-dollar smile and blockbuster success lies a story of struggle, ambition, and relentless reinvention. This is not just the story of one of cinema's greatest stars. This is the tale of how Tom Cruise went from a troubled childhood to becoming the face of Hollywood itself. A journey filled with impossible stunts, career-defining roles, public controversies, and moments that nearly destroyed him. And yet, he always came back stronger. For every setback, he crafted a new comeback. For every criticism, he countered with a box office triumph. Tom Cruise doesn't just survive Hollywood, he conquers it over and over again. Tom Cruise was born Thomas Cruise Mapother IV on July 3, 1962, in Syracuse, New York. His childhood was anything but glamorous. His father, an electrical engineer, was often unemployed and the family moved constantly. Tom has described his father as a bully and a coward, someone who made his early life unstable and difficult. But young Tom had one powerful weapon: ambition. Dyslexic and struggling in school, he discovered an outlet in performance. At age 14, he briefly considered becoming a priest, but fate had other plans. By the late 1970s, he was chasing acting gigs, landing his first minor role in Endless Love, 1981. Little did the world know a new kind of movie star had just arrived. The small-town kid with big dreams was about to prove that Hollywood's doors, no matter how heavy, could be kicked wide open with enough determination. Cruise's real breakthrough came in 1983 with Risky Business. The now iconic scene of him dancing in his underwear to old-time rock and roll made him an overnight sensation. Critics called him the new face of young Hollywood, but nothing could compare to what came next. Top Gun, 1986. As Maverick, Cruise became a cultural phenomenon. The movie wasn't just a blockbuster, it was a movement. Sales of aviator sunglasses skyrocketed, Navy recruitment went through the roof, and Tom Cruise's status as a global superstar was cemented. Maverick wasn't just entertainment, it marked the birth of Cruise's screen persona, fearless, intense, and larger than life. He wasn't just an actor anymore. He was an emblem of 1980s ambition, speed, and rebellion. Someone audiences wanted to either be or be with. Rather than settle for action hero typecasting, Cruise pushed himself into deeper roles. In 1988, he starred opposite Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man, a film that won Best Picture at the Oscars. Critics praised Cruise for showing range beyond his Hollywood looks. Then came Born on the 4th of July, 1989, where he played paralyzed Vietnam veteran Ron Kovich. This role earned him his first Academy Award nomination. Suddenly, Tom Cruise wasn't just a movie star. He was a serious actor. The 1990s cemented his dominance. 1. A Few Good Men, 1992, with the unforgettable You Can't Handle the Truth scene. 2. Interview with the Vampire, 1994, proving his ability to take risks. 3. Jerry Maguire, 1996, where he delivered the line that became part of pop culture. Show me the money. By the mid-90s, Cruise was balancing global superstardom with critical acclaim, and for many, He symbolized the perfect mix, a Hollywood icon who could thrill, inspire, and move audiences all in the same decade. In 1996, Cruise launched what would become the defining franchise of his career, Mission: Impossible. Not only did he star as Ethan Hunt, but he also produced the film, a rare move for an actor at the time. The first film was a hit, but it was just the beginning. Cruise reinvented the action genre by performing his own death-defying stunts. From dangling off the CIA vault ceiling to climbing the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, each movie raised the bar. He wasn't just acting anymore. He was literally risking his life for the audience. That daredevil approach made him unique in an industry increasingly reliant on CGI. And fans loved him for it. Because when Tom Cruise runs, jumps, or dangles from impossible heights, it isn't just Ethan Hunt. It's Tom Cruise himself, putting everything on the line. But with fame came controversy. In 2005, Cruise's personal life exploded into public view. His passionate declarations of love for Katie Holmes on Oprah's couch became a cultural meme. Around the same time, his outspoken support for Scientology raised eyebrows. His infamous clash with Matt Lauer on The Today Show, where he criticized psychiatry and medication, shocked audiences. Studios worried about his public image. For a brief moment, Cruise's career seemed to falter. And yet, even when mocked and criticized, Cruise remained magnetic. Audiences couldn't look away. For the first time, the world saw not just the superstar, but the flawed human being behind it. And strangely, that made him even more compelling. Just when critics predicted his downfall, Cruise pulled off one of Hollywood's greatest comebacks. Mission: Impossible. Ghost Protocol, 2011, reignited the franchise and his reputation. The sight of him scaling the Burj Khalifa without a stunt double reminded audiences why they loved him. Then came a string of hits: Edge of Tomorrow, 2014, where Cruise reinvented himself in a sci-fi twist. Jack Reacher, 2012 and 2016, proving his staying power in new franchises. Cruise doubled down on the idea that audiences wanted authenticity, real stunts, real danger, real Tom Cruise, and he delivered it time after time. His resilience proved that he wasn't just back, he was unstoppable. Mission: Impossible, Fallout, 2018, became one of the best-reviewed action films ever. The halo jump, the helicopter chase, the broken ankle mid-stunt, Cruise's legend only grew. But he wasn't done. His passion project, Top Gun: Maverick, 2022, would take nearly 36 years to arrive. And when it did, it shattered expectations, becoming one of the highest-grossing films of his career. Critics called it more than a sequel. It was a cultural event, and at its heart was Cruise, a man who refused to let time, technology, or trends dictate his path. Instead, he bent Hollywood itself to his will. And while other stars chased streaming deals, Cruise doubled down on the big screen experience. He became one of the last true defenders of cinema as a theatrical event. fighting to keep audiences in theaters when Hollywood was rapidly changing. Behind the fame, Cruise remains intensely private. Known for his discipline, work ethic, and perfectionism, he's often described by colleagues as one of the hardest working actors alive. While critics debate his beliefs and public controversies, there's no denying his legacy. Few actors have defined multiple generations of moviegoers the way Tom Cruise has. His philosophy can be summed up in one word: commitment. Whether to a role, a stunt, or his career, Cruise gives everything. He has shown the world that to become extraordinary, you must be willing to go further than anyone else. And Tom Cruise has been doing exactly that for over 4 decades. And perhaps his greatest secret is this: Tom Cruise never pretends that it's easy. His effort, his sweat, his obsession with perfection, it all shows on screen. That authenticity is why audiences trust him and why his films continue to be cultural events in a way few others can match. In an era of superheroes and streaming platforms, Tom Cruise remains something rare: a true movie star. His name alone can still fill theaters. His career is proof of resilience, risk-taking, and the relentless pursuit of cinematic magic. For over 4 decades, Tom Cruise has been running literally and metaphorically. And perhaps that's why audiences still chase after him. Because when it comes to Hollywood legends, Tom Cruise isn't just part of the story. He is the story. And even now, his greatest role may still be ahead of him. This has been Bio Vault. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of the icons who shaped our world.